Hello, hello, my beautiful twins, my beautiful gems, my Geminis. This is your general tarot, oracle and tarot reading for the week of November the 24th to the 30th. Keeping in mind, not every single card or the energy they carry may resonate with every single one of you out there. Only take what does and throw the rest out into the universe. Let's see what your theme and your download messages for this week for my beautiful Geminis. Ooh, I like that. Rewards. Ooh, we like that word. Let's see with our tarot cards. Now, I have extended this reading. While I wasn't feeling well, I had condensed my reading, and I've gone back to the way I used to read, and that is adding additional cards to it so that there's more clarification. There's more meaning to the reading. So let me know in your comments how you like this reading with these additional cards. So let's see what we've got here for my beautiful, beautiful Geminis. Starting off in the beginning of the week here, you have been given the High Priestess, the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. Followed by your focus part of the reading, you've got the Magician, you've got the Lovers, and you've got the Seven of Swords. Coming in next, you have in the center position, beautiful card, the Ten of Cups, followed by the Queen of Cups, and we've got the King of Pentacles. Whoa, that is a beautiful, beautiful row of cards. Coming in next, you've got the Knight of Swords, followed by the Justice card, and followed by the, the Three of Pentacles. Coming in at the end of the week, possible future energy, you've got the beautiful Ten of Pentacles. You've got that Three of Swords, though, and let's see what follows that. Reason to celebrate something. Okay, let's see what we have here for our week. Well, my beautiful Geminis, it's looking promising here. We'll see what we've got. Coming in with your first card, you've been given the card, which is life or career limitations. And it says, obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought or simply choose something better for you. Okay, so you might be feeling there's a roadblock here, some sort of a speed bump. It's holding you back. It's a minor speed bump, okay? I'm letting you know that this is not written in stone and it's not going to change your plans too much. Look at the picture. It's a very fine veil of chains in front of her. She's not being held down by shackles or held back. Her limitations here are very minor. You're very, very creative, my beautiful Geminis, and you always figure out a way around something. You're my Google kings and queens. You Google everything to death for accuracy, and that's why you come out ahead of the game. So, you know, just with some careful thought, you simply choose something different, or you're going to change something to make these obstacles disappear. They're not going to be major. Now, coming in, you have the High Priestess, the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. So we know that the High Priestess is all about trusting your intuition, your gut feeling, and letting that guidance lead you forward to find out answers that you need. Now, I talked about you Googling things, but you're doing research, and that's what she does. She sits there cool, calm, and collected because she does her back office. She does her homework. She does her research. She has that ability to find things out if things are not completely clear to her, but she has this great ability to tap into her intuition and her gut feeling. You've got that ability. You're very intuitive and creative, my beautiful Geminis. You're going to walk away from something, close the door, and move into a new beginning, a new phase. This is rebirth. This is letting go of the past and changing things and making them better. Those limitations that were holding you back now are going to disappear. You have a vision for a brighter, better, beautiful future, but you must close the door and let something go and walk away from it. It could be the end of something or the conclusion of something. Coming in at the end, you've got the Seven of Cups. It may lead to a lot of decisions and choices you're being subjected to make, and you may feel everything's coming down on you all at once. You know how things come in during the month, the end of the month, you're running around, you're trying to pay this, you're trying to pay that, you're doing your your admin work. This is a card that says you will be subjected to a lot of those kind of choices. I want you to take your time, think about what's going to be the best one you can make. Everything that glitters isn't gold. If it looks too good to be true, it may be. Be mindful of the choices and decisions you make this week, okay? You have that ability to do your research and find out what's going to work out for you as you move into this new phase and new beginning. Coming in your focus part of the reading, you've got the seal. And we know that the seal has to do with permanence and commitments and long-lasting and security. This is a business contract, maybe that some of you, or a document or a gift of money you might be receiving. It could also be the seal of approval, getting the approval of someone that means something to you, or job, career, interview, whatever the case is. Now, some of you, your career may involve writing, clerical, paperwork, and staying put. So as I had said, when we get that seal of approval, it means we're here for a while. Okay, you're not gonna, you've ended something, you're moving on in that new phase and new beginning. The limitations are being loosened now, and you're able to go after your goal and take that breath of fresh air, feeling secure and feeling relief right now. Coming in with that, you have the Magician, you have the Lovers, and you have the Seven of Swords. So I think, you have the ability, the universe says you have the ability to create your happiness here with the Magician. You've done your work well, and you are going through a new phase, and you want to create the magic that you want. Keeping your eye on the prize at the end of the day is very, very big for you. You've got the resources. Universe says stop worrying, okay? Time, effort, support, love, maybe even financial assistance coming in to help you reach your goal. You could be partnering up with somebody in business or in love. This is a card that says you'll be subjected to making a choice, a decision that could be generated around the energy of someone you care for. You may be very opposite in your mindset and your goals and how you feel, but communication is going to be important for both of you to work together, and you can and you will, because the Magician says you've got everything there working in your favor. Don't disillusion yourself. The Seven of Swords says, you're standing in your integrity, but there could be somebody who may step into your space that might not be as honest as they portray they are. Now, use your ability to do good character analysis, Gemini. Don't fall for the glistening smile and the charming nod and the wink of the eye. This is a card that says someone might be a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're very cunning. They're very convincing. They're very charming. They may try to talk you into something, coerce you into something that looks too good to be true. However, they're only out for their own selfish endeavors. This person is known as the liar, the cheater, the thief. Beware. But they're going to get caught at the end of the day, because you're pretty smart. Okay, you're pretty smart at doing character analysis, although someone else could step forward and say you need to know about this energy and this person. Now, coming in with your help, hurdle, or your challenge, you've been given the card the Lock, and this is the card. This is a card of being able to move forward, and it says, have you accepted the illusionary limits placed upon you by your upbringing and social conditionings? So this is the card that says we must not let our past lead us through our future. This is a card that says there may have been some experiences in the past, but you're learning from them, and you learn from them, but then you let them go. Don't accept, because of what didn't work in the past, it's going to happen again, because we bring that karma forward, and it starts to build up and build up. So you're conditioning yourself now to realize that you can learn but let go. Now, coming in with that, you've got the beautiful card, the Ten of Cups, you've got the Queen of Cups, and the King of Swords. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So, you're working towards the goal of happy ever after by taking care of yourself and doing what it is you love, and also retaining the information of somebody to guide you. Now, the Queen of Cups is, wanting to give. She's that energy that's there for everybody around her. Anybody that asks a favor of her, she's kind and gracious, and she's out there constantly wanting to help and heal. But the reason she's able to be pulled in so many directions and multitask the way she does is because she recharges her own battery so that she can go out there rejuvenated to regenerate herself and go and do her work. Take care of business for you. That's the message coming in here, Gemini. Pull back, close the door, take care of yourself, okay? This is what you need to do. Nurture your energy and your space around you so that you can go out there and do what you love. You're going to get some wise counsel from somebody you might be dealing with. Could be a legal eagle, or someone astute and well-versed in society and educated. They have the wisdom to bring to you some information should you retain or ask them. I could trust, you trust this individual. They're there to advocate, promote, and defend you. And at the end of the day, all you want is peace and happiness. And this is the Ten of Cups, happy ever after. If there have been any problems within any animosity or any arguments or any disputes within the family circle or your chosen family, know that things are going to smooth out now. Amends are going to be made. Forgiveness is going to be accepted and issued. This is a card that says, you know, after every storm, we do anticipate, and it will. The sun will come out again. And often at our hardest times, we look up and we see that beautiful rainbow, and what do we think of? We think of that pot of gold, and you may be going to receive something in the form of time, effort, love, support, and maybe even some money. Coming in next with your messages from Spirit, you've been given the card Memories. It says old acquaintances, old debts, recollection, and prejudices. You might be connecting with somebody or thinking about something or somebody that you knew in your past. You may be just reminiscing and reflecting back in your memory of them and questioning and asking yourself, why did this have to happen, right? But that's okay. Somebody might have been a bit prejudiced. They might have jumped the gun. They may owe you something in the form of a debt that they didn't pay, and you might be bumping into them and asking yourself, I wonder why they showed up, right? Coming in next, you've got the Knight of Swords, you've got the Justice, and you've got the Three of Pentacles. Wow. So the Knight of Swords is you getting really pumped up and excited to go charging and launching yourself towards something new. But, this card always recommends that you take your time and pull the brakes on a bit. Don't go jumping into unknown territory, jump into the quicksand, and then try to figure out how you're going to swim your way out of that hole. This card says, slow down, read between the lines, plan your move, and don't rush in too quickly. The Knight of Swords is very fast-moving action. Okay, beware of what you sign. Any legal documents or contracts. Once the ink hits the paper, it's a done deal. There could be something coming in the form of justice, or maybe a team here who's working for you to advocate and promote you. People around you that have the same goals and of success. You're working together, bouncing ideas off of each other to go towards the same goal. You may be asked to step up, teach, preach, and convey information, or run a class of some sort with others to demonstrate your talents, and each of you working towards the same goal. The Justice card comes in. If you're dealing with anything in a legal dispute, know that peace and harmony will be restored. I think there's going to be an equal, happy division here, both parties walking away satisfied. Compromise comes in. Sometimes I say that justice comes in and it's being waived in your favor as well. I know that's contradictory because I do see that this is an equal division. Fairness is coming into play. Now, coming in at the end of the week, your possible future energy, you've got the beautiful spiritual card number 111. Honesty is what this card says in this deck. Life goals, missions, sense of self, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master of it. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. So you're working behind the scenes. You're working, and you're also, I think, collaborating with others. You're trying to build a team of people around you that do the same things that you do to build and grow together. This is a beautiful card that says, stand in your integrity. Only pick and choose those that you can trust, that are very, very honest, especially if you're getting involved with them when it comes to making money or your business. I think you're leveling up in your business or in your job and your career, because that seems to be your priority right now. This is what you're really prioritizing, to get those rewards that you justifiably deserve. Coming in with that, you've got some interesting cards. You've got the Four of Wands, you've got the Three of Swords, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So, let's jump into it with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is that card of regrets, unhappiness, disappointments, betrayal, heartbreak, all those feelings that you could be feeling. But I want you to know, when this card comes in, it means you're going through a healing process. You're getting over the loss of something, the disappointment of something that you've had to experience. You know, you're going to be in the company of those that support and want to celebrate with you your successes. You're healing through the past, moving into a beautiful new beginning here. You're going to find more security. I think it's going to be financial security. You're going to feel more stable within the four walls that you dwell. You could be selling, moving, renovating, or building a new home, but someone else could be moving back home into the nest, and you're celebrating that. This is a card of celebrating many things, an event that could be very happy for you. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles. Doesn't get too much better than that, especially when it comes to prosperity and finances and the material part of your life. But it also means peace and harmony. You know what they always say: when love goes out the love goes out, money goes out the window, love goes out the door. That's a very old saying, and what it means is you don't have to worry about that. You're going to have enough. Finances are going to be secure, which will give you this feeling of being secure. Okay, everything's going to be handled here, and you're going to be safe. You're also going to be in a good position with family members. We talked about that with the Ten of Cups. Not only did you get the Ten of Cups, but you got the Ten of Pentacles as well. Some of the best cards in the entire deck. You're making a new beginning. You're healing through some sadness and disappointment here. You're going to be getting together with supportive people to celebrate something here that's going to bring you peace and harmony. Wow. And security here. The rewards are coming in here, Gemini. This is a really excellent reading. I think you've got the seal of approval. Things are going to work out. The limitations are being lifted, and you are working yourself towards a brand new, lucrative, happy future. I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. Always know, my gems, that I stand in this circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon.